Hey guys, my name is Joanna, also known as Just Another Flutist here on YouTube, and today we are doing a slightly different video because, as you can see, I may have given myself carpal tunnel. I have actually just put it on both hands just to make sure I don't overuse this hand while this hand is recovering. This is actually recovering fairly well. I mean, I just got this today, but it already started feeling better by around like early this week, but I just wanted to make sure that it recovered fully because I noticed that my wrists get really sore really quickly. That means that today I am not sight reading anything, I am not practicing anything. You may notice though that my flute is out. The flute is out. Why is the flute out? It's because I'm still teaching. Girls gotta make some money somehow, okay? I thought for today, what better video idea than to talk again about somewhat personal things that really have nothing to do with you guys, but still have something to do with music. You know, because I know that a lot of you guys are just very curious about things that have nothing to do with you and have to do with my life. So it has been more than a year since I have moved in here. I'm now very settled in here. I have been for a while. I thought I might as well show you guys how I store my music things and where do they all go, because as you can see, this room, do you see how small this room is? This room is about 9 feet, 9.5 feet or something by 11 feet. Let's start first with the bed area. You may notice that the bedding here does not match the bright pink Hello Kitty bed, which does not match my random different, pillowcase, which doesn't match my plush fried egg, which does not match my YouTube pillow. Nothing matches. Do I care? No. Why do I not care? It's because I'm a musician and I would rather not spend my very little money on bedding that actually matches. Now, what's under the bed is probably what you guys are going to be more interested in. It might be a tad dusty down there, but I'm gonna show you what's down there. Da, 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 da. This is actually where I store my music stand. I have two music stands here. This one is a fold-up music stand that's like pretty hefty. It's pretty big. It's the super hefty one. And then I have an even heftier one behind it. It's a little dusty. This is the one that folds out into something that kind of looks like a Manhasset stand, but it is foldable and I can put it under my bed and away when I'm not practicing. Normally I just practice at my desk because I'm lazy, but if I am legit practicing, I will actually bust this guy out because I can write very easily on this particular stand because the back doesn't have any like holes in it or anything. It's completely flat and hard. My lighting is actually in this bag in here. This is the trunk where I store all my random music things, which I will put a link to up here for you guys. This box here, beautiful, right, is the box that my professional flute originally came in. I keep that one in case I need to send it off for repairs. I keep it just in case. Yes, put it back. Okay, now we're going to go to my trunk at the edge of my bed, at the foot of my bed, that is. That's kind of what the situation looks like. This guy I originally was not going to keep. My dad actually insisted that I take this because he was like, you need more storage space. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it. I took it and it actually, yeah, Dad, you're right. It is the best storage space. Let's look at what we have in here. So normally, you guys see my flute there, my Flutist scooter bag, and my case there. Normally when my flute is away, it actually goes in here because it actually fits perfectly in here. So let me just kind of pull this out a little bit so this can rest up here. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on. Ow, ow, ow. Stay up. Ow. That really freaking hurt. Ooh. Too bad there's no workers' compensation on YouTube. We've got a backpack here that is actually empty. So this is the backpack that I take with me every time I need to work away from home. So I will put my laptop in here, my headphones, blah, blah, blah. My flute will actually fit in here if it's not in the Flutist scooter bag. I have my piccolo here. So that goes in here. I have a random polishing cloth that was actually a gift from a student. It was only like, what, $1 or $2? right, Mandy? It works really well. So I have that in here because I didn't really know where else to put it. I might as well put it along with all of my other music things. This is the Dijau flute that Dijau gifted to me after I did a review of their flutes. I use it as like my backup flute. It's a really nice student model flute. I have a random flute case. I have my Sonari piccolo case. These are actually the power cord things for my lighting. I've actually put my lighting away because in the summer months I don't really need to use my lighting. But these are living in here for now because it's the most accessible in here when I do need to pull out those studio lighting again. It looks like this thing is like a microphone stand. Over there I actually have a cheap microphone stand that I bought from Walmart. So I think this came with that. I have my little Hello Kitty bag that I used to put my flute stand in, but I kind of stopped using it because it's getting quite old. I didn't know where else to put it right now, so I put it in my music trunk. What's this? This is an invoice. I will not show you what's on the other side, but it is an invoice for a repair, I believe, or COA. And then I have some random boxes because I am an Asian, and Asian people keep these kinds of bags and boxes because you reuse them, right? To like gift people things or not. I mean, I don't think you would use a grocery bag to gift people things, but I mean, my boyfriend and I have done that, which I don't know how that reflects on our personalities, but yeah, we've done that. And lastly, we have powder paper. Is this the best stuff to use? No, not really. As you can see, I've mangled it up quite a bit. I should probably actually get new cigarette paper sometime, but I've just been way too freaking lazy. Now we've got to put all this stuff back in here. Go back in, go back in, go back in. You see how like lovely and spacious this is? Like, I love this actually. Like, this is, I use this all the time. So that way I can keep everything looking super clean. You see that? So nice. And then I usually just kind of like tuck it. Oops, it hit my sewing machine under there. That's what that big thump was. I usually tuck it a bit like that. Then it makes it look a little neater, right? I like it this way. Now we turn around and that's where I store my mic stand. If you guys have seen my videos where I have my condenser mic just kind of like off camera a little bit, that's the stand that's holding it up. So I put it there behind the door. That's my scarf collection there. This is a laundry rack that I got from Costco because Costco is the bomb. Got my yoga mat there that I actually haven't used in a while because I've been using my boyfriend's instead. Utilize the space behind your door. There's a lot of space back there to store things. Got my shoe collection. That's not really music related. This is the music related part. We've got textbooks here. We've got more textbooks here and some fun children's books there. We've got quite a bit of, this is like sheet music, old stuff from my university days. I have some more books here. This is actually a hymn book from back when I was in like a little Chinese church that my dad was a pastor of, and we had these. I just ended up keeping one for sentimental reasons. This is a very famous book, Nancy Toff's book, The Flute Book. I got this from Flute Camp, Northern California Flute Camp, which I believe is still happening. So if you go to that, I went to that when I was 12. I have Kwanzas on playing the flute. So this is for the Baroque flute. A Word or Two on the Flute by W.N. James. I tracked this book down, guys. I found it hilarious because there's a section in there that just completely craps on double tonguing. I found it initially at UBC, at the University of British Columbia, where I did my bachelor's, and I had to return it at the end of my degree there. So eventually I was like, I cannot live without this book. I literally actually pull this book out and I read that section to my students, and I'll even just read it to myself just to laugh. I tracked it down. I'm so proud of it. It was only like $26. It did belong to a different library before, but I bought it on Abe Books. This book I think is by Lillian Burkhart. Yeah, James Phelan and Lillian Burkhart. This book is about like how flutes are made, repairing flutes, stuff like that, everything technical about the flute. It's a fun read. As you can see, it's still very new, so I still actually need to break it out and actually read it. But sometimes I actually refer to it. We've got our awesome Trevor Y books here. I have both editions, the new edition and the old edition. The stuff in between are stuff that I have been practicing in front of you guys, also practicing for my live streams on my Patreon. This yellow folder I actually use regularly for Ensign Symphony, for my symphony. So every time we get our music. I pop it in here so it keeps it really, really protected. This area here is really easy for me to like go from my desk and then just kind of turn around and like grab this book, because this book is the book that I teach out of the most. And if I have to practice, my orchestra music is just right underneath. And then up here is all of my like sheet music. I probably should have more sheet music than this, but as you can see from my room, this is pretty much the only room I have, unless I take Hello Kitty out, which I would rather not take Hello Kitty out, okay? Whatever didn't fit went on top in here. Got my Bach. I love my Bach. I mean, you guys who play the flute, come on, you guys have this one, right? Got my old wind-up metronome that I stole from my mom. She didn't mind me stealing this. I just like, you know, I'm pretty much just using this as decoration at this point because I'm a nerd. Hello Kitty I got as my bouquet for my master's graduation from my parents. Wow, I just made her flash, you guys. That was, wow. I am sorry for doing that. This is a gift from one of our friends. This is the Magitech armor from World of Final Fantasy. Obviously it's not just from the World of Final Fantasy game, but it's from a different Final Fantasy. This Final Fantasy game was the second Final Fantasy game I played through entirely. The first one was Final Fantasy IV, and then the second one was World of Final Fantasy, which kind of introduced me to like all of the other games too. This guy was a birthday gift for me from my parents as well. This is sheet music from like chamber music, random gigs that I've done. I've just kind of attempted to organize it in these manila folders. So if we just like pull one out, see, like composer friends, and let's see if we pull out another one, what's it say, flute pieces. So random flute pieces that I randomly have loose sheet music. Come on, if you're a flute student, you have this too, right? Orchestral excerpts, and then I have some like random other like method books. Then I have some more friends up there. This was a gift from a student. So cute. And then I have like a whole bunch of other random stuff that's like art stuff, that's game stuff. I have an N64 and a Super Nintendo up there that I stole from my brother. I hope he doesn't mind. Got some more friends here. Yeah, I have some random like, you know, toiletry type stuff here. Hope you guys don't mind. There's this guy. Isn't this guy so cute? I stole this from my mom. I steal things from my family all the time. I don't know if that's something that I should really like encourage you guys to do, but I, you know, being the broke musician that I am, that's kind of what I do. I think she just got this from like, you know, one of those like Asian grocery stores probably, or maybe Daiso, I'm not sure, but this is so freaking cute. And I actually use this all the time for my live streams to like put music on so I could like just play right here. This is the situation, guys. Essentially, I just gave you guys a room tour, a very long due room tour, but with, I guess, a more kind of like music kind of edge to it. I am actually kind of sweaty right now from, you know what it must be? It must be because I kept my door closed. As soon as I keep my door closed, like this room gets so freaking hot, because you can see like we've got bedding here, we've got curtains there, we've got all of this crazy stuff here. So this room is incredibly insulated. So it gets really warm in here. So you can imagine when I film with all of my lights in here, it gets hot. Like it's a sauna in here. Like, I am actually sweating right now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And let me know what your room looks like. Chances are a bunch of you who are watching are musicians yourselves, whether you're a student, teacher, professional, whatever, performer. Let me know what your room is like, and do you actually kind of do the same thing as I do, which is you do realize that this room that I just showed you was pretty much designed around the fact that I'm a musician. As usual, if you like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and hit subscribe for new videos every Saturday. This is my last video, which I will put a link to up here for you guys. If you want to support me, head on over to my Patreon. Otherwise, you will find me on my social media that are linked down below. They are listed right here. Hopefully this business gets better soon. It actually feels great right now in this wrist brace. Like, I feel like I never had carpal tunnel. Such a great purchase. Super cheap too on Amazon. If you look up wrist braces on Amazon, this is like the first thing that you see. I'm rambling. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.